Is for the Dr. Erik Zimmermann Award. In the past, the only other recipient was Jean Russo, and tonight we would like to present this to Randy Walton. And I'll read it as it says. The Astronomical Society of the Toms River area presents J. Randolph Walton with the Dr. R. Erik Zimmermann Award for your dedication and contributions to our club. Thank you, Randy, 2012. And with this, we have a nice gift card for Randy to go spend and buy something nice for his telescope. And John has presented him with the little pirate scope. So, Randy, you can go look at the stars through that.
Maybe.
And then I think Bob has something that he'd like to say.
Okay. Okay. First, I'd like to say when I look around the room, I don't see as many people as I used to who actually knew Dr. Erik Zimmermann. That's good and that's bad. It's bad because we've lost a few friends over the years, including Erik, of course. It's good because I do see many new faces who didn't know Erik, so that the club he founded is still thriving after he's gone. Erik was a man who brought astronomy to the public. He was founder of ASTRA, and for over 25 years, he was the director of the planetarium, president of ASTRA, treasurer, Star Party coordinator, webmaster, and newsletter editor. And as you may have noticed, it takes 6 people to do that today. But more than that, he was a friend and a mentor to all who knew him. We created this award in his memory for deserving members who follow in his footsteps, bringing astronomy to the public, and being a mentor and friend to all ASTRA members. This year we bestow this honor, the second recipient of the Dr. Erik Zimmermann Award, to Randy Walton. I've known Randy Walton for as long as I've been a member, or as long as he's been a member. I can't remember which one of us joined first. On a personal note, the thing I love about Randy is that he can take a joke with a grain of salt as big as Mount Everest and come back with a snappy answer as good as anyone I know. When I arrive to every ASTRA meeting, I look around to see who's here. Randy is always one of the people I hope to see. The rest of you, I really don't give a crap about. I know when Randy is here, we're going to have a few laughs. Randy can play the straight man or the comic. Either way, I think we've made a lot of people laugh together. Those are good times, and I look forward to many more good times with Randy. When someone tells me, "Hey Bob, you're a funny guy, you made me laugh," I personally consider that the highest compliment somebody can pay me. So let me say right now to Randy, Randy, you are a funny guy. You made me laugh. Randy served 2 consecutive terms as president of ASTRA. During his tenure, ASTRA was run like clockwork. We started every meeting on time. Snack time was exactly 20 minutes. The presentation started on time. The custodial department was grateful for us leaving on time. Now, this may seem a little rigid compared to the more lax environment we have at the meetings now, but believe me, at the time, it's exactly what the club needed. Membership was down, attendance at meetings was low, enthusiasm among the members was at an all-time low, and nobody wanted the job of president. The club might have gone under, it might have dissolved, it might ran aground, sunk in the mud, went down the tubes, kaput. Anybody want to add another one?
Took a dive.
That's that too.
A memory.
Or worse, if Randy hadn't stepped up and taken the helm. There was no way he'd just sit back and let that happen. Randy made sure we kept the club functioning as an organization with rules and regulations to be upheld. It didn't matter how many people showed up. Thanks to Randy, there was a meeting every month. Some sort of presentation, coffee and snacks were there, and we had fun. Most of all, the club remained alive, and Randy was a huge part of that effort. When the club needed a newsletter editor and no one else had time, Randy came to the rescue again until someone else took control. Even today, you can see Randy's work in the newsletter providing the sky events for the month, every month, for as long as I can remember. Once a year, he takes it upon himself to coordinate the group purchase of the observers' handbooks and astronomy calendars. Now, when you say that fast, it may not seem like a huge task. All you have to do is, 1, find out when the order is due. 2, for 3 months before the order is due, announce at every meeting you're collecting money. 3, collect checks and cash from interested members. 4, make a bank deposit every month. 5, fill out the paperwork and send in the order. 6, make phone calls to change the order because people decided that they wanted to book too late. Go to FedEx and pick up the order because you weren't home when it arrived. Bring the order to the meeting and hand out everything. Bring the remainder home because not everyone was there. Number 10, repeat 8 at the next meeting. Number 11, repeat 9 at the next meeting. Number 12, repeat 10. Number 13, repeat 11. By the way, Randy is a member of Star Astronomy and coordinates with them also, getting even a better price for twice the work. Not to mention his coin club, camera club, computer club, and I'm getting tired just reading all this. Randy has participated in every type of astro function I can remember. We'll start with Astronomy Day. Randy always has some sort of telescope, binoculars, books, or other astronomical paraphernalia to show the public on Astronomy Day. He did the solar observing with the shadow and the sun in the box. You ever see that? He set up the box with the pinhole and everything. He did that at one time. He has 2 PSTs, a hydrogen alpha and a calcium K. He set those up. Then came the year we found ourselves in a bind. Gene Russo, our long-standing comet chef, passed away. There was a huge vacancy in a very important Astronomy Day program. I was at a family function and not available. Randy saved the day, becoming the comet chef for the day. He put on the chef hat, the big rubber gloves, pulled out the bowls, the ammonia, the H2O, the organic material, and the interstellar dust, or the Windex water, dirt, and corn syrup. He smashed the dry ice and made one of the best comets a bunch of kids ever saw. I believe he performed this presentation 175 times that day, breaking the all-time record set back in 1932. Randy and I were all glad to see on Astronomy Day, no matter what his planned presentation is. Randy has always been a huge help at the annual new telescope workshop. Nobody has to say, Randy, could you maybe give that guy a hand? Nope. Randy was always right in the middle of things. I never seen him standing there if a guest was not being helped. He takes it upon himself to make sure everyone got the help they needed. I've seen him ask other members to get busy. That guy needs help. Or, hey, nobody's helping that woman over there. Like it was his personal obligation to get assistance for all guests. He always seemed to have all the little things you needed at the workshop. You could ask him, Randy, do you have an Allen wrench, a scissor, a Phillips screwdriver, and a 5-pound sledgehammer? He'd say, here's the wrench, the scissors, the screwdriver, but I only have a 3-pound sledgehammer. My 5-pound sledgehammer is in the car. You want me to go get it? Yeah. Now let's talk astro presentations. I remember Randy brought a video he made of the lunar eclipse. It was very impressive, except for the part when the wires were behind the telephone poles. He had a complete presentation with descriptions of the equipment he used, detailed information on lunar eclipses in general, and all the information specific to that lunar eclipse. Very professional job. He's done presentations on how to purchase a beginner telescope, which were very helpful to new members. He brought in scopes for them to try out as well. Randy supplied many fascinating and informative videos over the years on a variety of subjects. This type of thing is great when there is no presentation planned for a meeting, and Randy has always been a good source of this kind of stuff. Randy has never failed to disappoint at a new equipment meeting. I've seen him take up way more than his allotted time on new stuff he bought nobody really cared about. He also had stuff everyone did care about, and new ideas. on how to make things himself, which he shares on a regular basis. He's always been an expert on eyepieces, filters, general telescope operation, cameras, and astrophotography stuff. He's a clever guy, improvising the things he needs, like attaching the red dot finder to something, a small telescope, I think. He brought it in, he had instructions and everything on how he attached this red dot finder to a telescope or something. I can't remember what it was attached to, but he had the specs in case NASA wanted to copy his design. And I've never seen anybody with so much red plastic to make red flashlights. Randy must have given away enough of this stuff to people at star parties alone to make hundreds of red flashlights. Which brings me to the next topic, star parties. I've seen Randy at every different venue we visit. Over the years, he's been to scout camps, planetarium star watches, Jake Branch, the Lighthouse, and all the other places we had regular events over the years. Sometimes he set up equipment, sometimes he's just there to help answer questions. Either way, it's always good to have Randy there to help. He's good with the kids, and even better with technical questions from people who don't accept answers like, it's only 25,000 light years away. I've never seen him at a loss for words when asked a question, which brings me to the next topic, ASTRA meetings. First of all, if you didn't notice, Randy always seems to have a box of stuff with him at the meetings. I don't bring it. Do you bring a box of stuff? Did you bring it? Did anybody bring their box of stuff to show people? No, of course not. If we run out of things to talk about, Randy shows us stuff in his box. If we don't run out of things to talk about, Randy still shows us the stuff in the box. That's great. One year, he won the award for the most stuff in a pocket protector. I guess he brings that in case he runs out of stuff in the box. Randy always has an opinion and has never forced it on anyone. He's always polite and considerate of others and their opinion at meetings, except, of course, me. I've never heard him utter a cross word about anyone, not even President Obama, except me. He's actually one of the most helpful guys at meetings, especially when a newcomer brings a scope or they need help, or a regular member having a problem with a piece of equipment. Randy is more than willing to spend the time with the person and try to get the scope or whatever working, no matter how technically challenging it might be, or what a big piece of crap the person brought in. Randy is there to help. Every meeting I see him standing explaining something to people, and that's why we're here. To bring astronomy to the public, as Erik did. It's for his dedication to the hobby of astronomy and ASTRA that we, the members of ASTRA, award you, Randy Walton, the second Dr. Erik Zimmermann Award. That's enough of that.
Okay. Put your hand down there.
Hope you feel better, Randy.
Thank you, everyone.
I'll leave the award by, it's going